Are you a struggling Axie Infinity player and are looking to improve your gameplay so you can earn more of that juicy SLP? Well, be sure to watch this video to the end because we will be going over the advanced PvP concepts you need to know before you start climbing an arena. Before we start, everyone slap that like button with your Aqua Axies as it will help us grow our channel and make it easier for us to create content for you guys. Also be sure to follow us on Twitter for daily updates and join our Discord for future scholarship opportunities. Axie Infinity has a type advantage / disadvantage system, similar to Pokemon or rock, paper, scissors. To master the game, we first must understand how the damage is calculated. As we previously saw in Mystic's video, there are 9 classes in Axie, with 3 of them being additional special classes. With this graph, we know that plants can counter aquas, aquas can counter beasts, and beasts can of course counter plants. Using a card that is a direct counter to your enemy will do an additional 15% damage. And if you attack an enemy that counters you, it will do negative 15% damage. But wait, it doesn't end there. If your Axie is also the same type as its card, it will apply an additional 10% damage as well. Let's take a look at an example clip. Here we have a Beast Axie attacking a Plant Axie with a Beast card. This means you'll do 15% additional damage because the Beast counters the Plant, and an additional 10% damage to the Plant because the Beast is using a Beast card. However, let's take a look at the reverse and attack an Aqua with her Beast instead. As we can see, the Beast counters the Plant, so it does additional damage, but when it attacks the Aqua, you can see that the damage is reduced. What I recommend is keeping a mental note of how much damage your Axies do versus different classes. That way you can accurately calculate how much damage you will do every turn. And of course, there is a tool that you can use to help you figure out how much damage your Axies will do, and I highly recommend taking a look and utilizing this tool whenever you can. This tool is called Flowbot44's Axie Infinity extension. And we actually have a video that Dark Roamer explains in depth of how to use the extension, so I recommend you take a look whenever you can. The next concept is shield. Your shield is based on the card value your Axie has and will do 10% more protection if your Axie is the same type as the card playing. Our next concept is skill. Skill determines the bonus damage of combos using multiple cards. The formula is as follows. Card attack times skill divided by 500. The higher the skill stat, the higher the damage of combos. This effect is enjoyed by combo dealers with high damage prowess. Although skill does play an integral role in damage, the base value of cards and card effects seem to be a more viable indicator of how strong your Axie will be rather than the skill stat by itself. However, a mixture of the two proves to be a strong combination. Our fourth concept is speed. Speed decides turn order and priority. Higher speed equals higher priority in battle, and in the cases of Axies who have the same speed stat, the priority order is determined by, of course, speed first, lower HP, whoever has the highest skill, whoever has the highest morale, and last but not least, whoever has the lower Axie ID. This means in some scenarios you can get a higher priority attack next turn if you let your opponent lower your HP. In some cases, you can mix and match different Axie parts to get more speed when theory crafting, and birds and aquas both give +3 speed, so you may be able to find a viable combination by combining these Axies together. Axie speed decides who attacks first, and is usually a huge deciding factor on games, but of course you don't always need to rely on attacking first to win. Sometimes having a counterplay is a strong strategy as well. This is where positioning comes into play. Positioning an Axie, regardless of your team composition, is extremely important. A rule of thumb is to place your tank Axie in the front so it can soak up damage and allow your teammates to dish out crucial damage. Your next 2 Axies should be in a position where they can do focused damage. That means if you split the Axies up and the enemy has different positioning than you, it'll be a 50% chance it will either attack the top row or the bottom. By placing your Axies on the same row, this allows you to counter teams that split up their front line. Next, we'll go into morale. Morale is an interesting stat in Axie Infinity as it plays a huge role in battles. The main benefit of morale is it increases the Axie's chance to perform a critical strike. When an Axie performs a critical strike, it will deal 200% damage or double the damage to its defending target. Critical strikes are random, and the Axies with the higher morale will also have a higher % chance to land a critical attack. Morale will also determine if the Axie will enter last stand. The game uses the following formulas. Excess damage equals damage of fatal attack minus Axie's remaining HP. And morale modifier equals Axie's remaining HP times morale divided by 100. This means if the morale modifier is greater than the excess damage on the finishing blow, the Axie will enter last stand. There is a super secret strategy to get more critical strikes, so pay close attention. What you need to do is follow our Twitter and join our Discord, and the Axie gods will bless you with more crits in the future. To summarize, the last stand formula tells us 3 things. 1. The higher morale the Axie has, the higher its chance to enter last stand. 2. When receiving a finishing blow, the closer the Axie's HP is to 0, the lesser chance it has to enter last stand. And 3, the higher the damage of the finishing attack, the lesser the chance for the dying target to enter last stand. Our next topic is comboing. Combo attacks are when an Axie attacks with 2 or more cards in a round. Combos will add a little bit of extra bonus damage depending on the skill set of the Axie playing the combo. The higher the skill, the more bonus damage. The formula for calculating combo damage is as follows. Attack times skill divided by 500. For example, we'll have an Aqua with 35 skill play 2 cards, Hair Dagger and Hungry Bird. Hair Dagger will roughly get 8 bonus damage since it was played with another card, and as well, Hungry Bird will roughly get about 7 to 8 damage since it was also played with Hair Dagger. Playing more cards in a combo does not increase the combo bonus. The formula for each card played, whether it's 2 cards or 4 cards, will be the same. Similar to combos, chaining is when 2 or more Axies play the same class card in a round. The class of the Axie's body do not matter for chaining. For example, an Aqua Axie plays Beach, a plant card, and a Bug Axie plays Shiitake, a plant card. They would be chained and get a shield bonus about 5 to 6%. A chaining bonus example would be Axie 1 plays Carrot and Hermit, Axie 2 plays Shiitake and Tiny Dino. Because Carrot and Shiitake are both plant cards, they get the chaining bonus. But because Hermit and Tiny Dino do not have any other cards of their class played, they just keep their base shield. Our final concept is buffs and debuffs. Knowing buffs and debuffs can be game-changing. It is recommended to review the buffs and debuffs and get yourself familiarized with the different effects they can do, as I find a lot of new players tend to disregard the debuffs and end up making a crucial mistake that could have led them to a win in the arena. The 3 current buffs in the game are Attack Up, Morale Up, and Speed Up. Each of these respectively increase the stat by 20% and is also stackable. And the debuffs are as follows. Aroma, which targets priority changes to the affected Axie for the next round. Attack Down, which decreases the next attack by 20%, which is stackable. Chill, which affects the Axie and makes it so it can't enter last stand. Fear, which affects the Axie and makes it so it can't attack for 2 turns. Fragile, which doubles the damage for the next incoming attack. Jinx, which affects the Axie so it can't land critical strikes for the next round. Lethal, which will allow the Axie to critical strike whoever is affected by it. Morale Down, which decreases morale by 20%, which is stackable. Poison, which until removed affects Axie and loses 2 HP for each stack. Sleep, which affects the next incoming attack, which makes it ignore the shield. Speed Down, which decreases the Axie speed by 20%, which is stackable. Stench, which affects the Axie and loses target priority for the next round, allowing your Axie to attack through the front line. And last but not least, Stun, which makes the next attack miss or makes the next attack go through its shield. Thanks for watching till the end of the video. I hope this will help you guys win more arena games and win more of that juicy SLP. Our next video will cover some more advanced tactics, so be sure to follow our Twitter and join our Discords for more announcement when new content is released. And as always, we hope you guys had a great time watching this video, and we'll see you next time.